In the great court of Draupadi Swayamvara, many powerful kings and warriors from across the land gathered to win her hand in marriage. The task set before them was one of immense difficulty. At the center stood a massive bow, and above it, a golden fish rotated slowly on a high pole. Beneath it, a large basin of water reflected the image of the fish. The suitors were asked to string the bow and shoot an arrow through the eye of the golden fish, but there was a twist. They had to aim not at the fish itself, but at its reflection in the water below. Many suitors, kings, and princes, filled with confidence, stepped forward. They struggled to even string the bow, as it was far too heavy for most to lift. Others who managed to string it could not aim at the fish's reflection or failed to hit the mark. The assembly watched in anticipation, murmuring among themselves as each attempt ended in failure. The tension in the air was thick, and the atmosphere grew heavier with each defeated suitor. But little did they know, this would be a day of fate and destiny. What was happening in the hall, and who would rise to meet the challenge? Let's find out as the contest unfolds.
Step into a world of secrets, power, and epic battles. The Shadow Truth, a thrilling fictional fantasy, is now available on Amazon and Kindle. Unveil the hidden truths, witness the rise of kingdoms, and experience a tale that will leave you spellbound. Dive into the adventure today.
Enjoyed this? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more epic stories and updates. You don't want to miss what's coming next. After escaping the deadly plot of the House of Wax, the Pandavas and Kunti wandered into the forests, leaving behind the burning palace and the kingdom of Hastinapura. To ensure their survival and evade detection by their enemies, they adopted the guise of Brahmins. This clever disguise allowed them to move anonymously through towns and villages without arousing suspicion, as everyone believed the Pandavas had perished in the fire. During their exile, the Pandavas found shelter in the village of Ekachakra, where they lived as humble ascetics, surviving on alms. They concealed their royal heritage, embracing the simplicity of Brahmin life. Despite their hardships, their virtues shone through. Bhima, the strongest among them, became the protector of the village when he vanquished Bakasura, a terrifying Rakshasa who had tormented the locals. This act of bravery brought them gratitude and blessings from the villagers, though they had to move on to maintain their anonymity. Their travels brought them face to face with unique encounters. In one such forest, Bhima met Hidimbai, a Rakshasi who fell in love with him. Though initially wary, the Pandavas realized her good heart. Bhima married Hidimbai, and they had a son, Ghatotkcha, a child of immense strength and loyalty. However, bound by their exile and the need to stay hidden, Bhima left Hidimbai to raise their son, promising to summon him in times of need. As their journey continued, the Pandavas, still disguised as Brahmins, heard of the grand Swayamvara in the kingdom of Panchala. Princess Draupadi, the daughter of King Drupada, was to choose her husband through a contest of skill and strength. The task was daunting. The suitor had to string a massive bow and shoot an arrow at the eye of a rotating fish, visible only through its reflection in water. The Pandavas, intrigued, decided to witness the event. Unbeknownst to the crowd, the five brothers entered the assembly as humble Brahmins, blending seamlessly into the audience. Kings, princes, and warriors from across Bharatavarsha gathered for the Swayamvara, including Dhuryodana, Karna, and other prominent figures. Each failed to meet the challenge. When Karna stepped forward, he seemed destined to succeed, but Draupadi stopped him, declaring she would not marry a Sutaputra, the son of a charioteer. This decision shocked the assembly and enraged Karna, though he walked away silently. Finally, Arjuna rose from among the Brahmins. The crowd murmured in disbelief, doubting how a mere Brahmin could accomplish what mighty warriors could not. Yet Arjuna, with his unparalleled skill, strung the bow with ease and shot the arrow with perfect precision, striking the fish's eye. The assembly erupted in astonishment as Draupadi placed the garland around Arjuna's neck, declaring him her chosen husband. The Pandavas returned to their modest dwelling with Draupadi. Kunti, unaware of the events, instructed her sons to share what they had brought, a statement that created a moral dilemma for the brothers. Could Draupadi, bound by her destiny, marry all 5 of them? Seeking guidance, the Pandavas turned to Vyasa, who explained that Draupadi's marriage to the 5 brothers was preordained by fate. In her previous birth, Draupadi had prayed to Lord Shiva for a husband possessing 5 specific virtues: righteousness, strength, skill in archery, beauty, and wisdom. Since no single man could embody all these qualities, she was destined to marry 5 husbands in her next life. Despite the initial shock, Draupadi accepted her destiny with grace, becoming the wife of the 5 Pandavas. Her marriage symbolized the unity of the brothers, ensuring that they would remain together in their journey toward reclaiming their rightful place in Hastinapura. When news reached Hastinapura that the Pandavas were alive and had formed an alliance with King Drupada through Draupadi's marriage, Dhuryodana and Sakuni were furious. They had believed their rivals to be dead and were now confronted with the reality of their survival and growing strength. The marriage to Draupadi not only signified the Pandavas' return but also solidified their political standing, making them formidable opponents. Duryodhana's jealousy and Sakuni's cunning began to plot the next steps. They realized that the Pandavas were gaining allies and power, posing a direct threat to their dominance in Hastinapura. Draupadi's entry into the Pandavas' lives brought a new sense of purpose and determination. Her sharp intellect and unyielding spirit would later play a crucial role in shaping the events that followed. She became a central figure in the escalating conflict between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Her dignity, combined with her fiery sense of justice, would spark some of the most pivotal moments in the Mahabharata. This episode highlights the twists and turns of fate, from the Pandavas' narrow escape to their emergence as rising powers through Draupadi's sqayamvaram. The seeds of future conflicts were firmly sown, with tensions between the Kauravas and Pandavas reaching a boiling point. The story of the Pandavas, their exile, and Draupadi's sqayamvara sets the stage for the coming episodes, where rivalries deepen, schemes unfold, and the dice game plunges the families into irreversible conflict.